It is literally morning. Yay, day 10. 10 days. I'll tell you what, I don't know why that's so significant to me. It's probably a little more significant than day 7, day 10. It's probably the number itself, 10. It's like a completion. Today, maybe I'd like to talk about the label of being vegan. Little things that I have done which have kept me away from, say, the label of being vegan. Like yesterday, I reached for some chapstick, and I've always used Burt's Bees, and guess what? It's made of beeswax. I guess that kind of blew it right there, maybe. I don't know. Anyway, after thinking about it, I guess that's out of the picture. I don't know what to use for a chapstick now. No more Burt's Bees. I'm getting ready to go into work, of course. I haven't even discussed my veganism with anybody at work, which is kind of surprising. Going on to vegan is pretty extreme. I just think I'll let it ride. If somebody asks me, they ask me. When somebody makes cake and I don't take any, that would definitely surprise somebody that I didn't, because I always do. Subconsciously, you always kind of reach for something that you're familiar with. Your subconscious mind is like non-judgmental. With the Monster drinks that I'm not drinking now because I'm really skeptical as to whether they are vegan or not. I just was going down the road and feeling thirsty, and I said, yeah, maybe I'll stop for a Monster drink. And then all of a sudden it occurred to me, yeah, okay, time to check yourself here. Other things too, just things you reach for, kind of like the Burt's Bees. I always use it, and I reached for it, and then all of a sudden it hit me. Yeah, I can't really use this. So there goes my chapstick. Little things that you're so used to and you can't take part in anymore. I've become a label reader, and it is amazing how many animal products you find in just about everything that's processed, which, hey, you're supposed to stay away from processed food. Within the processing, there are a lot of milk solids and things like that. Certain potato chips have lard in them, or buttermilk. I've kind of mentioned that. Just things that you don't think about as being non-dairy creamer. Some of the non-dairy creamers are actually not non-dairy. They have I can't remember, some great big long scientific word, which means basically that they are derived from milk. How do you call it non-dairy? That's my question right there. How do you call it non-dairy? So many things, I swear. Even in some things that you think are plant-based, yeah, you start reading that label and you find out that that is not necessarily true. Anybody that doesn't start reading labels, I feel sorry for them, because basically they think that they're doing something vegan, and they're not. I remember a long time ago, I used to work as an extra. Anyway, like several extras were around a set, and it was lunchtime. Well, I knew these couple extras actually that were Hare Krishnas, which their whole diet should be vegetarian. One of the most outspoken ones, he got himself a plate of vegetarian stuff, and then he piled on it just this mighty pile of gelatin, red jello gelatin. Well, I didn't think anything about it, and he probably had no idea what he was doing. And after thinking about that, and I mean this was probably about 2 years since he had done it, that thought came back to me. I realized that, oh, hey, that was gelatin. He was eating a meat product and didn't even realize it. Wow. That just got me right there. Of course, he had a lot of whipped cream on it too, but he was a vegetarian, so I can forgive him. But oh my gosh, that just says how careful you have to be to guard what goes into your body. He probably just did not have a thought about what he was doing. It certainly didn't look like an animal. It didn't look like some kind of meat product, and he really had no idea. And that's the same with anything processed with gelatin. There's other things like that out there that are just like, they can deceive the heck out of you. Whoever would have thought, back to the potato chips, and this is because I used to like a potato chip that had lard in it. Whoever would have thought that that would be in a potato chip? The way that I discovered it actually is one day I felt like a bag of chips. This is back when I was a vegetarian, and I had gone meatless for quite a while, and I tasted one of those, and it just, it tasted like lard. I mean, that had never occurred to me before because obviously, I'd been on the meat, after being away from it, that meat flavor coming through, and it's just like, oh my God, what is going on here? There's so many things like that. You just never would have known. A lot of southern recipes, they're vegetable based, but if you're not careful, if you eat green beans, you could have something that's flavored with ham. That's just kind of how southern cooking is. It's so surprising. You think you're getting your greens, but you're also getting an added little surprise. And this is really being nitpicky, but if you go into a restaurant and you order something vegetarian or you order something vegan, who's to say that in the processing of that somebody didn't pick up a knife, maybe they had just cut a steak with and then cut your food however it had to be cut or prepared. There is meat on it. Now, if you are an ethical vegetarian or vegan, how do you deal with that? If you're not supposed to eat any meat products at all, there you go. You are actually eating a meat product without realizing it. So what is your food cooked in? What kind of oil is it cooked in? Even though it is vegetable based, how are they cooking it? If you eat something that's processed in a factory with eggs in it, do you not eat it even though it's supposed to be egg free? Or what? Anyway, these questions they'll work themselves out over time, I'm sure, but there is just so much animal product out there. How do you stay away? There's wonderful green teas. Sometimes you get like the natural green teas that are sold in stores now because they want to be health conscious. They're flavoring them with honey. Well, yeah, if it's flavored with honey, then you're eating an animal product. Every day of my vegan challenge, I might be blowing it in some way. It's hard to say because I don't know the entire ramification. What do they say? Ignorance is bliss. To be truly vegan, you have to really become aware of what's out there, aware of what you're eating, aware of what you're using. So, yeah, I'm grappling with that now. If I did intake any animal products, it's been not intentional, but still, there's so much out there. And there doesn't need to be. I mean, what's the purpose of putting a milk solid or a honey or something to do with animals in something that doesn't really change the taste of it? I don't know. Is it a preservative or what does it do to help whatever it is you're eating? Again, I'll just have fun with these questions and try to figure it out. But gosh, what the heck? In the meantime, what do I do with my favorite chapstick? Not sponsored. Had to get that in. Take care and have a good day.